Uh, Morning, this is Jing Lu. Today I'm very excited to share something new and shocking to me. Because I'm a moviegoer, I watch something with the scientific fictions, fantasies like The Matrix, The Inception. I'm so thrilled over the episode when people's brain can be connected to the cyber world or being hacked with some ideas without being noticed. What if I'm telling you that today, something similar like this is actually happening in our society? Well, according to NPR.org, last access on October 26, people who wanted to improve their brain functions actually start zapping the electricity in their brains, hoping that it will make their brain more focused or concentrated. Sounds pretty scary, right? Prepare to shock yourself over the head and to make some brain function better. But actually, this is some technology that's been developed. It has a name called TDCS. TDCS, the full name is Transcranial Direct Current Stimulation. So it is from the term, it is something like being used on clinical field. However, people be using it on, at home in hoping to improve their weak side of the brains. With the widespread usage of this extended field about TDCS, I think it's more important to have better understanding what it is and its limitation or extensive usage, so we can further look into all those details on the following part of the speech. I've never heard of TDCS until lately. I have migraine, and one of my friends said, "Hey, migraine can affect your memory. You could lose memory. So, apparently, using some medication doesn't really help that much." So, he said, "Well, why don't you try TDCS?" So for me, before I can even try it, I need to better understand what it is and how it works. Let's go to first part before we can. First, I will discuss with you about background of the TDCS and extensive uses now, and also I will talk about the pros and cons of testing results. And then I will have some implications. So first, what is exactly TDCS? TDCS is a non-invasive, painless brain stimulation treatment. And according to an article posted on Wall Street Journal, it actually has two electrodes placed over the head. There is basically two stimulations. They call anodal and cathodal stimulation. Anodal is like to modulate the neural activity, to increase the neural activity. And the cathodal is doing the opposite, which is decrease, to modulate and decrease the neuronal activities. Well, we also need to get to understand the background of this technology. I skip this part on the first because, this is basically the basic definition. Actually, back in before the 19th, the testing on both animal and human were completed. However, according to DirectScience.com, last October 26th, the first application on patient was in in the year of 1901. A doctor named Giovanni Adini successfully used this technology to improve the mood of a depressed patient. Now we understand what is the TDS, how it works, and then we move on the pros and cons of several studies, the result of several studies. According to a study that published on April 19 on clinical rehabilitation, Kasky study was actually conducted back in October 2013. It showed that combining TDS with the physical therapy will increase the guilt for Parkinson's disease. Guilt is also called velocity. The studies show that patients receiving TDS combined with physical therapy, their guilt increase is much greater than patients who did not receive combine the TDS with the physical therapy. Another study on the U.S. first pilot conducted in November 29, 2013, according to Wall Street Journal, that the soldiers participate in the study show that their performance is 25% better than those. The soldiers who receive TDS can perform 25% better than those who did not receive TDCS. So this result is actually encourage a lot of people to think about using it to improve any weak side of the brains. Now we have discussed about the pros and cons, and the results, and then we'll move on to the other two factors that contribute to the widely extended uses of TDS. One is the cost, and the other the operation. The cost is very low because it only require like few batteries, because the low current is only like 2 milliamps. So you could have spent like $20, $25 and do it at home. It's easy to operate. Just connect to wires over your head, and while you're there. And then some of the website called TDCS.com even selling those kits for trying it at home. So that two factors give the incubator for its extended usage on help people who want to make themselves smarter. So we have covered the pros and cons and two factors that contribute to the widely use of the TDCS, and now we can come to some implications. So with this technology being widely used by regular healthy people, that means that the measurement of human intelligence can be changed, can be added to another factor. Like you go into gym to exercise your muscle, and now to measure your IQ, maybe they will be asking, hey, how often you use TDCS? That kind of implication there. The other implication I have is the potential risks of using at home is still there. So either you misuse it or you abuse this technology, there's a potential risk. So I think government or FDA, even though FDA didn't approve it yet, but there's no explicit regulation over usage of the TDCS. So today we discussed about the definition of TDS, the pros and cons, and of the the study result, and I also have hypothesized some implications. So now let's wrap things up. Oh, I'm sorry. So next time you hear brain hacking, is no big deal because you can recall the points we covered today. So brain hacking, TDCS, we can have better understanding and we can decide or make a rational decision. All right, that's all about my